Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Katarina. Today's video is going to be an update to my project pan that I started about a month ago for the rest of this year. So I picked some products that I want to focus on and also some products that I want to finish. I do have some empties already and I'm not going to save those empties to my next empties video, so I'm just going to share a mini review of those in this video. And then I do have some really good progress with the focus products, and I do have some updated goals for some of those. I'm going to go through these products in the order that I introduced them, so I do have first some makeup and after that other beauty products. And we're going to start with an empty. So I was able to finish my First Aid Beauty Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So this is a really nice hydrating primer. I really do enjoy this. I have actually used multiple one of these in the past. However, I just don't feel that I need to have a hydrating primer. It's something that I only use in winter, but if I do have a proper moisturizer, I think it's kind of unnecessary. And then also I want to try a crimping primer, and those tend to be hydrating also. So something like this that is just like a basic hydrating moisturizer type of primer, I just think for me is pretty unnecessary. But for some reason I have always kept repurchasing this one at some point. I think the reason I bought this one last fall, like about a year ago, was that I was placing an order to feel unique for some other products and this happened to be on sale, so I bought it. But yeah, it's a nice product, but it's just not something I feel I need in my routine. So the next product is my Essence Fresh and Fit Foundation. So let me show you a close-up of how much product I have, and I will show you a comparison picture of the intro. I have made pretty good progress. There's not much left. It starts to be so that it doesn't come always out with the pump. So soon I will need to start using a spatula to get the product out. So I am sure I will be able to finish this by the end of the year, which is my goal. I do use typically one pump of this foundation and one pump of another foundation to get a proper shade match, because on its own this one would be too dark for me. So it's not gone yet, but the progress is pretty steady, but I didn't expect myself to be able to finish this one because it doesn't match. But next we do have another empty. This one is the Becca and Smashbox Undereye Brightening Corrector, and it is now gone. I actually quickly talked about this product in my wishlist video because a product that I had wanted to try to replace this one was the Cat Hairs Under Eye Corrector. So that is what I have now bought, and honestly I think when it comes to brightening and the tone, it is really similar to this one. It's basically the same thing. This one just towards the end was a little bit thicker, but I think it is pretty natural with this kind of product that you open and air gets in, and the less product there is, the thicker it gets. Next is another empty. So this is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and by the way, if my under eye or my face otherwise looks white somehow, it is because my new powder gives a flashback and I just don't have another powder to use right now. I was able to finish this one. I'm going to show you again a picture where it was about a month ago when I started the project. Something that I noticed and I'm a little bit salty about is that I cannot get the shifter off, because if I was able to do that I would have saved this packaging if I want to buy another powder and use this packaging instead. For example, the Revolution Lace baking powder. It's a nice powder. I have used it in the past, but the packaging is just trash. I even watched a video on TikTok, somebody opening this, but then in the comments they said that the packaging is probably changed because it won't open anymore. So it is what it is. But yeah, I do think this is a really nice setting powder. It doesn't give flashback if that is something that you are curious of, but also although it is matte, it is not drying, so I do think it's a great powder. Also it comes in a pretty large size. It has 29 grams in it, but still it's just a powder. I'm not willing to pay so much for powder what this one costs. Maybe if it was on sale I might purchase it in future, but yeah, I'm sure I can find a more affordable powder that does the same thing. So yeah, happy to have this one gone, and I'm already using a different powder. Next we do have a product that is not completely gone, but there cannot be much left. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I actually thought that I would maybe be able to finish it this week, but it's still going strong. I think there's maybe like about a week's worth of product. Like when I shake it, I can barely hear any product moving there. This will be an empty by the finale. And then the last makeup product that I wanted to finish in this project is my Essence Lash Without Limits Brown Mascara. And actually yesterday was the day that I called this an empty. Maybe I could have used it today, but it started being so dry that it would be difficult to get my lashes look nice with it. But I do think this is a great mascara. So this is the brown, and now I do have from this mascara both the brown and the black. I like to use brown mascara on every day when I want to go for a subtle look. Maybe if I don't want to wear any eyeshadow, I do think brown is kind of like softer, and the black mascara can look a little bit harsh and random. However, today, since I am wearing eyeshadow and some liquid liner, I am wearing the black. And I got to say this is a great mascara. It gives really nice volume and length to my lashes. Okay, so moving on to focus products. I do have the blush next that I put into this project. Now, unfortunately, this one is a little bit shattered, or it's not actually currently so shattered. It's just like one big chunk that is in the pan. But I'm going to show you a picture of how it looks like and how it was in the intro. So this one, just one day when I was using it, dropped out of my magnetic palette. I have still kept using it here and there, but I decided that now that it is shattered, I'm going to declutter it. It is a beautiful blush, and today I decided to wear it for the one last time on camera. But in general, I feel this tone is for me maybe a little bit too dark, a little bit too muddy. On some makeup looks it works really well, like today, because it matches everything so well. Then also I like to wear this one if I do have a red lipstick look, for example, and I just want to have a really neutral blush. But yeah, anyways, I don't like this enough to bother repressing this, so I feel I have totally gotten my money's worth out of this. I mean, anyways, it was like €2 blush. Okay, so next we do have my Focus eyeshadow palette, and I'm maybe the most excited about the progress with this one. So let me show you actually here the progress. As you can see, I have hit some pan. So I hit pan on the middle shade on the top row, and then on the bottom row, both of the mattes. The empty pans are shades that I have decluttered earlier. Today I have done one and done look with the only shade remaining on the top row, which is kind of like a light bronzy shade. I really do like the look actually. But I don't really love the formula of the Huda Beauty shimmers. The matte formula I think is okay, but the shimmers remind me a lot of the Colourpop Super Shock shadows. They move in the pan, then some of the shimmers are just really hard. But yeah, that shimmer is something that I have used quite a bit. I do think it makes a pretty one and done shade, and it is currently a season when I'm into like a little bit more bronzy tones. And then on the bottom row there is the deep matte brown, so that is what I have been using on my brows most of the days, and today I have done my brows with that one. And I have hit pan. And then the matte light cream is something that I typically use if I don't want to do any proper eyeshadow look. Then I just use often eyeshadow primer on my lid and set it with this one. However, this one is slightly darker than my skin tone, which makes it so that it looks a little bit yellow on my lid, but it works. I have decided that this palette is leaving my collection after this project. I just don't like this palette enough to bring it with me to the next year. And then I know these shades are not something that I gravitate towards so much when we get to the new year. I know that time I want to go for more like neutral tones when these pull really warm. So then I wouldn't probably use this palette a lot before maybe summer, and yeah, I just don't like this palette enough to keep it for longer than the end of this year, but I do still want to get good use out of it. So we'll see what I'm able to do with it. Okay, so then I do have some focus lip products, and again from these I'm going to show you close-up comparison pictures because they can be quite hard to get focused on camera. But first is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Lip Liner in the shade Iconic Nude. So I have made some progress with this one, but to be honest I have not worn it too much since the beginning of the project because I thought that I would enjoy it with the lip gloss that I'm wearing today, and I have been really focusing on the lip gloss, but actually I don't really like them together. This one is a really brown nude and the lip gloss is a really kind of like orangey bronzy shade, and together they just make such a muddy and not really flattering shade. So I do prefer to wear them separately. In fact, this lip liner I like to wear with a really nude, neutral nude, kind of like beigey lipstick. I think next winter is when I'm going to finish this lip liner. Then the lip gloss that I have in this project is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow, and I'm always so surprised of how quick the progress is with this. I actually finished a couple of these lip glosses last summer. One of these Fenty Glow shades, I had two because when I purchased the first one I lost it and I later found it from our car, but meanwhile I wanted to buy another one because back then I really did enjoy the shade, and then I had the shade Fuzzy, which I also finished last summer. When I started the project, the product line went around the letter N, and now it is down to the letter B. So it goes really quickly, and yes, this is the lip product that I have been most focused on. I have been wearing it for most days, and because it is a lip gloss, it's something that needs to be reapplied. Because the progress is that fast, I have decided that I want to try to finish this lip gloss during the end of the year, because this is another product that I don't like enough to bring it with me to the next year, especially if there is just a really little bit left, because the more you use a lip gloss and you're getting towards the end, it starts to be thicker and sticky. This is, by the way, the last lip gloss that I have in my collection because I don't care for lip glosses that much, so it would be great to start the new year without this in my collection and without any lip glosses in my collection. And then the last lip product I have in this project is the Charlotte Tilbury Hot Lips 2 lipstick in the shade Red Hot Susan, which is a really warm, kind of like orangey, but still not too bright red. So this one I wanted to pick to be a focus lip product because I do want to wear red lipstick more, and this is not necessarily my favorite shade. I know that I won't wear something like this once we get to the new year, because then I want to go for a more true red rather than this kind of orangey shade. So I wanted to get some use out of it right now, and I have made some progress, but I have not yet reached that lip on the bullet, and I really want to get to that. So I want to challenge myself to wear a red lipstick more often. It's not something that I care to wear on my everyday basis. However, I want to challenge myself to wear it when I'm filming, for weekends, if we are going somewhere, and then of course if there's going to be any Christmas celebrations. Okay, then we do have my last focus product, which is a nail polish. So this one is from the Catrice Brown collection, the shade Unmistakable Style, and I am wearing it today. It is a dark brown with shimmery finish. It's really pretty. So I'm going to show you a picture of the progress. That light line is where I was in the intro. So the bottle was almost full, and now the progress line goes around midway of the bottle. Now this is the only nail polish that I have been wearing during the past month, but that progress shows me that I will be able to finish it during the end of this year, and that is my new updated goal. In the intro I didn't think it would be doable, but it goes pretty quickly. And then of course, to make a little bit quicker progress, I can also paint my toenails. So yeah, another product that now I realize that I don't want to bring with me to the next year, especially since my nail polishes are the oldest products in my collection, and this specific one I have bought like probably in 2018, so it's starting to be old. Okay, so then we get to other beauty products, and with these my goal is to finish all of them. So first we do have this hydrating super balm. The brand is called Lucky Cloud, and this is a product that I got from the Big Box advent calendar back in 2020. So Yeah, I'm not going to get those subscription boxes or advent calendars anymore, although we are now in the season when those advent calendars are sold, and I will admit they are tempting. It would be exciting to open a beauty advent calendar every day and to see what I get, but then I need to remember that I will have the products hanging around for years when they're technically expired and I just don't care to use them. So no beauty advent calendars for me. But I have made some nice progress. This is what it looks like right now. I will show you a picture from the intro. So this is something that I have been using on my like dry elbows, even dry heels. Previously I used it on my cuticles, but I have not bothered even doing that recently. Okay, so next I do have this body cake sort of thing, and with this one, I have made some nice progress. Yesterday I actually used this one on my daughter. We were out of her like own moisturizer. I used this one on her and it actually really worked on her. She has a really dry skin in winter. So yesterday it then broke. So I have noticed some steady progress with the product, although it's kind of like difficult to measure because I was just like looking at the product. But especially now, since it is in smaller chunks, I can imagine the progress being even quicker. Mainly I have been using it on my hands if they have been dry, and then also if I have shaved. Next we do have another empty. This one is from a brand Holika and it is their aloe vera gel, which I had laying around. I remember I bought this one to be an after sun product for our trip to Rhodes, Greece back in 2022, and there wasn't a lot left after the trip, but I just never remembered to use it here at home, even during summertime. So it was just laying around and I kept looking at it and thinking that I should finish it, but I never did. Oh, by the way, I don't know why I'm sitting right now here in the side, because I'm no longer showing you any pictures here. So this one is now finally gone. There was not much left in the intro and I think I used it a couple of times as an aftershave product and now it is gone. I do like aloe vera gel for after sun, but it's just not the type of product that I do need very often, because even in summer I don't go out laying in the sun really often. And the rest of the products are hair products, and the first one of those is an empty. I was able to finish my Tresemme Rich Moisture shampoo. Also this one is something that I think I bought for our trip to Rhodes in 2020. And then there ended up being a shampoo offered at the hotel. And then I have just kept saving it for the sake if we travel. But either I forgot to pack this with me, or then if we went somewhere for one night, for example, I didn't necessarily wash my hair at all. I don't want to hold on to these small products just for the sake of traveling. Yes, these can be handy. But then if we travel, I can then go to normal, pick what I need, use them at the trip, and if there's product left after the trip, instead of saving whatever is left, using it up. Then I do have here a couple of hairstyling products and these are not gone yet. And this next one I really need to focus on more if I want to get it out. But I'm just so lazy with hairstyling. Although if you watched my wishlist video, you know that I do have right now a new hairstyler, so I need to style my hair more. So maybe that motivates me to use this. But this one is the Paul Mitchell Extra Body Thicken Up. The product line goes really low. I actually want to open this and see how, like if I can see how much there is. Okay, it looks like there's probably a centimeter of product. That should be doable to finish within a little bit over a month, but I really need to start using it. I need to style my hair more often. The way I usually like to do this is if I blow dry my hair, but I often wash my hair in the evening and then I just let it air dry. But I'm going to focus more on styling my hair and using this one because I just want it out. I have had this product for years. I don't think it does a lot, but I have it just hanging around, then I feel like forced to use it. I'm not saying it's bad or like it's unpleasant to use, but it's just so unnecessary. So I don't want to bring it with me to the next year. So I'm really going to focus on finishing it. Then I do have my Paul Mitchell Firm Style Stay Strong hairspray. There's not much left at all. It's really light. This one I have used more, but sometimes I forget. Like today. Let me actually apply it a little bit. Because I do have a low bun and I want my hair to be kind of sleek, so this smells absolutely horrible. Ugh. Yeah, I have been using it and I'm sure it will be gone by the finale, but there's still a little bit of product. Okay, but that is everything for my Project Pan update video. I'm really happy with the progress and I'm happy to be doing another Project Pan again, because for a while I have not felt so good about Project Pans, but now I feel better somehow. I don't know. Maybe it is because I do have a little bit more relaxed approach to things like panning eyeshadow and things like that. But anyways, that is everything for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like and see you in my next one. Bye bye.